Hi everybody, my name's Steve Behrens with 67 Music. Tonight we're in the historic McMenamin's Mission Theatre to bring you another wonderfully talented Irish traditional music band. This is a band that has been voted Performer of the Decade by a website called liveireland.com, and none other than the New York Times praised them as the hottest Celtic Irish music group on the planet. So with a lofty accolades such as this, you're probably wondering who we're talking about. It's Lunasa, and they're in Portland to play a gig here, and we are lucky enough to sit down and chat with the boys. So welcome everybody.
Thank you, Steve.
Lunasa, nice to have you here.
Great to be here. Delighted, yeah.
Thank you very much for your time. Lunasa has been around for 15 plus years, right? So.
Yeah.
A lot of people already know all about you and your music, but for the benefit of those people who don't, I wonder if we could kind of come down the line and introduce yourselves to our audience and tell us what your instruments are. I would start with Sean down here.
Hi guys, I'm Sean Smith. I come from County Mayo. I live in the west of Ireland. I play the fiddle and whistles, and have been in Lunasa a long, long time. Thank you.
And I'm Trevor Hutchinson, and I play the double bass. And that's about it. I'm from Tyrone.
I'm Killian Vanley. I play the pipes and sometimes the whistle, and I'm from County Armagh.
Hi, my name's Ed Boyd. Play the guitar. I'm the new boy in the band, and I come from Somerset.
How are you doing? I'm Kevin Crawford, and I'm the flute player and kind of chatty man in the band. And I've been here a long, long time as well, so I kind of know a lot about the boys. I could tell you a lot about them.
All right, so you guys are in Portland tonight. You were you in Washington last night?
Yeah,
that
Friday
right?
Harbour.
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely spot. Lovely first time out there, and it's absolutely fantastic. So it's good to be back in this part of the world. We always like coming to Portland, Seattle, all those places. It's great. It's kind of where we started. We've fond memories of early tours out here. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. So you, it's been about 2 years since we've seen you guys come back through here. The Alberta Rose Theatre.
Oh, yeah,
we were there at that show, which was another wonderful show. So again, welcome. And you're on a USA tour now, is that right?
Yeah, we've only just got up and running. Thankfully we got up and running. We had kind of a few trials and tribulations getting over here because of the Hurricane Shandy, but we made it, and we started out in Vancouver and working our way down along, and we're going to be in LA, and going to be in Santa Cruz and San Francisco and Santa Fe and all the nice places. It's a real it's a tour of all of our favourite spots almost, so no complaints so far.
Yeah. Now Lunasa tours extensively, do you not? Are you like on, how many dates during the year do you guys do?
We've slowed it up a good bit. I mean, we used to do a lot of touring, like serious kind of road hogging, but we're kind of getting old now. We're not able for it. So, I mean, we're busy, and we're doing as much as we kind of want to do, and thanks to the loyal fans here in the US, we get to come here 2 or 3 times a year. This is where we like to kind of do the most of the work.
What's the current release again for our audience?
Is an album called Lunasa.
Lunasa, yeah. Is there anything in the works now for another CD yet?
Oh, you couldn't have asked a better question, Steve. Cue the album plug. Well, we've had a very interesting year, which kind of culminated in a project with the RTE Concert Orchestra, RTE being the national broadcaster in Ireland, and they have 2 orchestras, a symphony orchestra and a concert orchestra, and the concert orchestra have been doing kind of cool collaborations with various artists over the last few years, and we were really kind of thrilled to be invited to do some work with them. And a brother of Killian's, Niall Vallely, who'd be well known to lots of musicians and fans of Irish music out there, did the orchestrations, and they took a bunch of Lunasa kind of pieces that had been recorded on our albums and gave them a whole new kind of arrangement and whole new treatment, and switched tunes and paired tunes with different kind of tunes, and made room for the orchestra. And we did a gig, and we've just recorded an album, and it
Excellent.
worked out great. Very excited about that, and that'll be out hopefully early next year. So that's Lunasa going all classical.
Beyond that, or is there anything else going on when you're done? You're in the U.S. like through March or so, and then what happens with Lunasa?
I mean, things generally, we don't have a great kind of a plan beyond a few months. Like, we never have, and that's kind of the way it's always worked. It just always seems to kind of fall into place. So we've got the March tour, April tour, whatever, for next year, the big kind of St. Patrick's March Madness tour. We'll release the album, and hopefully all the little cogs will start to fall into place. There's usually, there's an Asian tour, a Japanese tour in for the end of the year, and we're going to India at the beginning of the year.
Have you been to India before?
No, and that's always been a kind of a dream of ours to get there.
That's exciting.
We
Lots
live
of
in the dream.
restaurants. We've been to lots of Indian restaurants. The actual country.
Lots of good food all over, huh?
Yeah. But that's what we like, to tour places that have a kind of a nice cuisine associated with them. So.
Certainly. Now, I started off the bit with some of these really pretty impressive accolades from different sources. Over the years, do you guys have any particular highlight of your career or anything that really stands out?
Well, one of the ones that I would remember most was playing at the Hollywood Bowl in California. That always, for me, was one of the highlights. Was one of the places you've often heard of as a kid, as a musician, and that was one of the accolades for me. But just playing concerts, getting to play your music that you grew up learning and lived with all over the world, it's a great privilege to do that and have people enjoying your music. It's always great, so it's always fantastic to be part of it, really.
Anything on the horizon that you guys would like to accomplish in the years coming? Any lofty goals or something that's really way up there you want to grab,
Well, we've always kind of thought about like the projects that we might make us sound a little bit different. So this year, for instance, with the orchestra, that was something we always wanted to kind of have the opportunity to do. And I mean, there's always talk, each album we do, there's talk of maybe doing something with a singer or something like that, because we've never worked with singers. So we'd like to do a song
We're
related
talking
album.
about maybe working with Chris de Burgh. He's a really good Irish artist. He wrote The Lady in Red. I don't know if you know, it's one of my favourite songs. So that's quite an exciting prospect.
Yeah, I saw on your website that you guys have kind of wrestled around with vocals over the years, and you just decided it worked best to be instrumental. So
It was probably a kind of a quip that a lot of, it's funny how like you might say something but that was semi-sarcastic or something, and someone takes it up, and we never actually really dabbled in vocals. I say sometimes that we tried it and it didn't work, but it was always a deliberate kind of intention of ours not to have vocalists. Like, that was the whole thing that set us apart in the initial stages, was to try and see could the music kind of stand up on its own, and maybe pick particular melodies that would replace perhaps the singer. So that's why we get a chance in our set to maybe play tunes from other Celtic regions, where if we had a vocalist, I think we'd probably fall into that format where you have a nice song from a pretty vocalist, and then you go and play a bunch of reels or a bunch of jigs, and some of those other more alternative pieces that we're possibly best known for now would have fallen by the wayside. So not having a vocalist has given us a chance to explore that particular kind of world, which is nice.
Finally, where's a good website that people can go to learn more about Lunasa and all your tour dates and your CDs and all that good stuff?
There's only one place to go: www.lunasa, lunasa.ie.
There you
There
go.
you go.
And you've got your whole tour schedule and all that stuff.
Well, what's more impressive, there's a brand new website. It's just hot off the press. So we've spent a lot of time and put a lot of effort into developing this new website. So we're all chuffed about that too. So go and have a look.
All right. Well, thanks very much
Thanks,
to
Steve.
to Lunasa for the time, and you guys have a great show tonight. And we thank you for your time,
Thanks very
and
much.
we wish you the best of luck on the rest of the tour, guys.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
you.
Appreciate it.
All right. This is Steve Behrens. We'll talk to you again.
Thanks very much. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. We certainly did. And thank you so much once again. Fair play. Thanks a million.